Now it's nicknamed Plastic Island, and you can see why. 38 million items were washed up on these beaches on Henderson Island. It's an uninhabited remote British territory in the South Pacific and has been found to have the highest density of plastic rubbish anywhere in the world. There's a growing mass of waste in the Pacific, and the study authors say the island illustrates the scale of sea pollution. Here's Victoria Gill.
3,000 miles from the mainland, a remote paradise that's become a rubbish dump. Its beaches are now more densely polluted with plastic than anywhere else on Earth. Henderson Island is home only to South Pacific seabirds and marine wildlife. And with no human inhabitants, this should be a pristine haven. But an international team of researchers who visited and studied the island calculated that 17 tonnes of our litter, washed or dumped into rivers and oceans, have floated here over decades. Dr. Alex Bond saw the devastation up close.
We looked across the beaches in a variety of different plots and counted the pieces of plastic on the surface, and down to about 10 centimetres. And from that we were able to extrapolate the area of the beaches. And that's how we came up with our estimate of about 38 million pieces on the island. And it's really shocking because as you step along the beach, the plastic is absolutely everywhere. No place is without it.
Researchers say most of the plastic waste they could identify appeared to come from China, Japan and Chile. Most plastic floats, and it can take centuries to degrade. So when it reaches the ocean, it stays at the surface and is carried on the currents. Henderson Island sits just next to a vast circular system of ocean currents called the South Pacific Gyre. And that's depositing plastic from thousands of miles away onto its beaches.
This is just a snapshot of the millions of tonnes of rubbish in our oceans. But the researchers hope it might persuade us to end a toxic addiction to plastic. Victoria Gill, BBC News.